Welcome back, everybody. You'll notice I didn't pause the game there. There you go. Welcome back, everybody, to Stardew Valley here on Fantasy Farm. Today is Friday, and admittedly, while I did not record the full day of this, I have seen a tiny bit, only because I messed up with something money-wise in-game that was pretty bad. Hello, thanks for helping me clear out all those monsters. I'm not scared at all, but it should make the mine safer for everyone else, right? Take this blueprint. Hope it doesn't make me obsolete. Clint the blacksmith. New crafting recipe, the Geode Crusher. The Geode Crusher does exactly what it says on the tin. It crushes geodes. It basically will process the geodes for you. It will take more time in-game, but if you don't want to bother using Clint's services or having to pay for it, this is a pretty good option for you. Let's see, where is it? Right there. For 2 gold bar, 50 stone, and 1 diamond, you can break open geodes automatically. I am going to go ahead and use that, I think, and get an achievement for that artisan, which is for crafting 30 items. I already knew this would pop up because there was another item I crafted that we have needed to do for a while. This right here, the Statue of Blessings. For quite a hefty price of 999 stone, 999 sap, 999 fiber, and 333 pieces of moss, because this is harder to come by, you can craft this item once you have obtained mastery in your farming skill. What this does is you can place it anywhere. I would recommend just putting it in your house somewhere, and you'll get a random blessing each day. It's based on a set different things you can get, but we got the Blessing of the Butterfly. A prismatic butterfly is waiting for you somewhere in the valley. And as it says, it is somewhere in the valley, so thankfully it won't put it anywhere stupid like a place you can't reach in game yet, or putting it out in the desert. It won't do that either. But what it will do is, as it says, release a butterfly somewhere, and if you can find that butterfly, then you will get the reward of money that is relative to how much money you've made in the game thus far. And depending on what that number is, you'll make more money. It'll show up on screen right now. This is a bit of a weird one, and if this sounds cool to you, then good news, this is probably the weakest one of them all, solely because A, you have to go and find it, which granted, you can save scum for this, and if you know where it is, which is not the reason that, by the way, I had to reset it with something completely different. But you could save scum, and then you immediately know where it is, you can just go and grab it, and then you have it. But also because basically, early game, it's not going to give you a lot of money. Early game being like now. It won't give you a lot of money because you haven't made a lot of money. And late game, by the time that it actually would give you a good amount, you probably don't need money all that much anymore. So it's kind of an eh. It's a solid eh. I did make that Geode Crusher. Let's put it to use, shall we? Might help if I put it in the right spot. We'll put it here. And let's send in... can you put it in a mystery box? No. Has to be a geode. Okay. So I'll toss those in. So, Traveling Merchant is available today, and this right here is for the Wizard. I've decided that for him, I'm basically just going to gift him when the Traveling Merchant is in town on Friday and Sunday, because that just kind of makes the most sense, honestly. As for anybody else I'm going to gift, Marnie would be a good choice since we're already going to be down there. Jazz and Shane would be good as well, but for Jazz, we need to get her a pink cake. I also need to start making some plum puddings, so I'm going to grab from here all but about 5 of the wild plums that I have, because obviously you need these for that recipe. And we're going to put them in here for now. The other parts of the recipe are things you can get from Pierre, which I believe were sugar and flour, probably. While you can make these yourself, getting them from Pierre is easier, but of course it will be more expensive as well, so just bear that in mind. For Shane, we can just bring him a pepper, I believe. He likes those. He likes spicy food, so we'll do that. And from here, who else? We'll probably stop by and get something for Gus and for Willie. Like, we'll just buy them beers, I think. And then we'll figure out what we're doing for the day from there, I think. I already need to stop by the saloon anyway to get more coffee because I'm running low on that. For Leah, really quickly. Well, no, I can't do the salad. I think she likes wild horseradish. So if she's around, I'll gift her that as well. Since the top area is kind of done with everybody in terms of the friendship points, meaning Sebastian, Maru, Linus, Robin, and Demetrius, I'm kind of thinking we'll go with the area south of town and get the people down here, meaning Leah, Jazz, Shane, Marnie, and the Wizard. And everybody's here. Perfect. How'd you know this is my favorite? Been able to pay rent, but Marnie's been letting me stay anyway. I'm lucky. I don't want to eat the pink cake. I want to give it to Jazz. Thank you. You're welcome. I like living on the farm. My favorite is our fresh ice cream from our cow's milk. Yeah, ice cream's a good gift for her. Hey, Marnie. Or Mr. List gets light. Yeah, you've already said that one. And do we? We do. We have full hearts with Marnie, so it is just Shane and Jazz here, who we're pretty low with in terms of hearts, so I've got plenty of time there. Let's check on Leah. It's locked. Okay, that means that she is not there. So that is good to know. Once I get to the Wizard, I will pause momentarily to switch headphones, because I just got the battery low warning. And I do know what's in here, which is the reason I didn't bring Alex anything. A salmon dinner. The limit spritz makes it special. This is one of his loved gifts that's a little bit harder to come by. So we'll give him that. Should we see him. Hello, Wizard. Yeah, if you talk to him again there when he says the townsfolk are afraid of me, he basically says, like, oh yeah, fear of the unknown will do that to people. Yeah, and sure enough will. Let's move that last coffee up here, and we're gonna finish it off and get more. I've dumped a fair few things into the bin to get more money, but I do want to be careful that I have enough to upgrade my pickaxe, since I will be doing that. Probably the following day, I would wager. Because I think the Iridium Pan is still in transit, as it were, i.e. still being upgraded. I might check on that, though. I'll take this ticket in. Looks like a tree of some sort? Houseplant, yeah, some sort of decor. I'm not sure what that cow is. That didn't look like a cow in-game, so I don't think it's one that you, I don't think it's one that you actually get on your farm for, like, an animal. Ah, that's right, he's not here because it's Friday. Any chance Lee isn't here? Nope, I didn't think so. Worth a shot. Closed up here. I think very quickly, unless Alex is home, I'm gonna do a little search on where Leah and Alex are. We're mostly kind of just waiting for the time being for noon to roll around, which it just did. So I'll quickly buy some beers and some coffee as well. So let me rotate some stuff around here, and then I will see you guys relatively quickly here once we're all set up, but I'm going to wait for Gus to roll around here. We are back. I have an idea of where everyone is. I'm just going to buy like 5 of these. 5 of those. That's quite a bit of money, so I need to be careful. Rhubarb pie. Nice. I'm going to gift one of these to Gus. This has been really good tonight. I'm pleased. Oh, that's impressive, seeing as it's not the night. So yeah, it must be really good then. Hey, Caroline. So from here, Alex is at the spa. However, he's not actually in the spa. He's just by the spa. Like, he's standing by it. Leah, I'm not sure entirely why we couldn't gift her. She's in her house, and I thought, oh, well, because she's one of the lowest ones, we can't get in there. But I think you only need 2 hearts to get into her house. So I could be wrong about that. You could just need 4, and I genuinely could mix it up. But the good news is, since it's Friday, she will be at the saloon, so we can gift her then. So it's not the end of the world there. Oh, maybe he is inside the spa. The other possibility is I just missed him because he will go back to where the doghouse is. Nope, he's still here. So checking out the bathhouse the other day, trying to get in shape? Not quite. Here you go, dude. Hey, awesome, I love this stuff. Nice. 3 hearts. From here, what to do for the day? I think we're just gonna go with the whole tried and true method here. We haven't done this in a hot minute, so it seems only right that we do it. Since we're kind of just having a little bit of a waiting day here. Hey, Linus. Maybe you were who I was thinking of that goes near the bathhouse, but actually not in it. Once in a blue moon, you will actually see people in the bathhouse, and Alex and Linus are 2 of those people. One person has their event, like one of their hard events in there with you. I do believe we still have enough days to be able to plant those powder melons. Since they take 7 days, we will be able to do that. Like I said, though, we're getting to the point where we're getting pretty close to the end of winter here. It doesn't seem like it, but that's kind of how it is in real life, though. You're like, oh man, Christmas is finally here, and then once Christmas is over, there's just like a week long that really should just be a full time off for everybody. It's the worst part is between New Year's and Christmas, where it's just you're just kind of sitting around of like, yep, this is that weird awkward period now. And of course you got New Year's and the cycle starts anew. I'm going to assume that probably a fair few people are likely at the saloon by now. Leah, I don't have to worry about as much, though, because she doesn't leave till late, so I can still till out this section. And also the section that's just below Robin's house. So I see that crystal fruit, I'm going to grab that, since those are worth a good bit. Hey, I actually got something out of that. Usually that single strip tends to be pretty unlucky. But I mean, I guess if you're tilling 5 versus 18, yeah, the odds are not in your favor of getting all that much. There we go. Alright, let's swing on down there and see who we can't gift. we'll probably head down to the beach and just do more of this. And there's probably other forageables as well. It's been a while since I checked the tide pool area, so it's probably got a fair bit there as well. TLDR, we are hoping that our foraging is gonna save us here. Alright, let's see. Willie. Pam. Willie, or not Willie, Elliot. And Leah. Let's see, Gus, Willie, Pierre, Evelyn, Vincent, and Jody won't be here, obviously. I could give one to Emily. Is Lewis here? Oh yeah, he is here. You'll have an extra beer in his... Yeah, you'll have the one I just gave you. Let's see. Penny and Sam... Well, Sam will be here. I can get him a Joja Cola. That would actually be pretty easy. And that just leaves Krobus, Haley, and the dwarf. Haley won't be here. Obviously, the others won't either. Are they still here? Yeah, they're still here. He's not very good at pool. It is nice that he's pretty easy to gift in the saloon, too, because the Joja Cola is worth basically nothing, so... I did forget I had that horseradish for Leah, but that's okay. Never fill the... Nope, I didn't fill the crab pots, but that's fine. Let's see if we can salvage this. If not, we'll still have like a bunch of geodes that we can have Clint open, and they will cost money, but as you've already seen, you usually make your money back and then some. So if we get put in a bad spot, we can always do that. Because otherwise that Geode Crusher, like, I don't feel bad spending the diamonds or gold on it, but it's probably just I'll throw one in there at the beginning of the day if we've got a Geode, and then I'll throw one in there at night. And even then, I do plan on trying to go for a perfect, which means crafting every item, so I would have had to craft that Geode Crusher regardless. But at least this way it gets a tiny bit of use as opposed to literally nothing. It is a shame that it doesn't work on the mystery boxes and the, like, artifact troves and all that. If it did, I would be willing to bet that most people would probably just try and upgrade their tools with Clint and then just never use them again. Oh, there's the butterfly. That came in handy. Now you know what it looks like. So that's cool. We'll see what gift it gives us tomorrow. That's the exciting thing of having that new item, which I should have had ages ago. I've had the ability to craft it for quite a while now, but I just kept forgetting. Right, those actually block it. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, any objects on the ground like that, the forageables, when you're trying to till, will stop the... I'll take that too. Will stop the till from going through on that specific tile that they're standing on. Alright, we are running out of time, so let's make tracks. That's 6,100 right there, and then the winter roots are 75 each instead of 100, so the math's a little harder on that one. I'm not going to try to do it in my head. It just basically means that for every 4 that it's 300. So it's actually not that hard to do the math for. This would be 3,000 for the 40, and then another 6 times 75 on top of that. So it's, what, 42, I think, roughly. I'm just trying to get myself caught outside. Luckily, time has paused here, so we can throw all of this in there. I'm not even going to try for anything else, though. It's going to be too risky. Because there's the 150 mark, which means you get about 7 seconds before you die. Otherwise known as passing out. Nice. Yep. Easily salvaged it. That was almost enough to upgrade the pickaxe right there. 21,000. Yeah, when you get a good day on foraging, man, you can actually make some pretty good money off of it. The Iridium Pan is ready, which means we can do some upgrading. Spiritual neutral today. Our blessing for the day is the blessing of energy. You have infinite energy. Yes, you read that correctly. Infinite, as in it does not run out. This is one of the better ones to get for obvious reasons. You can do some pretty amazing things when there are no limits. For now, though, we've got mail. Delta, I have this crazy new idea that I want to involve you in. It's called clothing therapy. Please come to the mayor's house today to see what it's all about. Love, Emily. Alright, we'll see if we can make it there. What do we... Well, we're kind of good on all the different bar types that we can do. So we'll just do this. So yeah, just expected me to be throwing stuff in the Geode Crusher every now and again like this. We'll basically sort of add that as part of the morning routine. No, that's not what I want. I want to put this here. There we go. But yes, I'm going to do my routine, and then I will see you guys momentarily. Alright, we are back. I just dropped another thing in the Geode Crusher. The second one actually gave me some Iridium ore, which also made me realize that, foolishly, I don't actually have... any Iridium bars because I spent them on the pan. So what that means instead is, A, we're going to upgrade the trash can. So that's why I'm going to take the iron bars with me. I think I've already gifted Clint twice this week, so I don't think I can gift him again. Yep, because it is the last day, so that makes sense. One thing I am going to bring, though, is a daffodil for Sandy, because we definitely need to go mining for some... need to go mining for some iridium, which means that we were off to the desert, of course. And I am tempted to make a few more bombs here. I'm gonna hope that that's a pretty good amount. I'll put these down here. These I'm obviously going to break open at Clint's. Again, that will be an upgrade for Clint. This will be for Sandy. And then from there... we'll see what happens, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting that Geode Crusher to go off right when I was about to leave the screen. Timed that pretty well. There it is, the Iridium Pan. Yet another piece that has been fully upgraded. Now, normally I would not bother using Clint if I had the Geode Crusher, but this is going to genuinely be a lot faster to just crush through them. And theoretically... Ooh, more bombs. Thank you. Don't think I've ever seen the mystery hat before. Actually, that might have been it right there. That was it. Hematite. There we go. That is the last mineral that we need to... donate to the museum. We still have more things to donate to the museum, but that was the last one. Also, I got so excited about donating that I completely forgot to upgrade to the steel trash can. When trashing an item, you reclaim 30% of the value. Oh, it would have be nice to have this one marked off the list, though. There we go. It doesn't give you anything big specifically for just the geodes. It's for everything, or for just the minerals, but there you go. That was a full list right there. That is definitely the first thing on all these tabs that will be done for a good bit of time, even before the fish. But we did get it done, and that's the important thing. So yeah, we'll need to start working on the artifacts a bit more. I need to get better about that, and in fact, I do know where one is, and it is nearby, so maybe we'll do that real quick. Made from the leftovers of Mystery Box. Nice, so it's a good quality hat is what you're saying. Got it. Alright, before we head back, if you'll remember in one of the secret notes, which is this one right here, there is a buried treasure. I don't recall, and it will pop up on screen now, sorry future me, if you need to have this secret note to be able to pick this up. I think you do, but I could be wrong. But right here, you can find a strange doll, which is always going to be there. It will always be a strange doll, and you can, of course, donate that to the museum as well. So we'll drop that off and get a couple more points closer to having the museum done. Hey, Harvey, don't mind me. So how many do we have left now that I just donated that out of curiosity? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 things left. So we have 110 out of 120. I think that's what it is. It is worth noting that you actually don't fill out the museum in terms of those spaces completely. They do intentionally leave a few blank for you. So I'll just toss that in here. There's no need for that anymore. I don't think the frozen geodes are used for anything in particular. I know the Omni ones are. So if I find out they're not used for anything, I'll just keep tossing them in the geode crusher just periodically to get the reward from them. If they are used for something, then I'll just hang on to them and, you know, that'll be that. Won't have to worry about it. And I think this is all we need. Sword, pickaxe, bombs, coffee, healing items, gift for Sandy. That's getting tossed. Alright, let's go get ourselves, hopefully, some iridium ore. So I think for upgrades for Clint in particular, I think we're down to just, after he's done with this, the gold trash can, the iridium trash can, and the iridium pickaxe. I think that is it. I don't believe there's any more. I do believe the trees are continuing to grow here. It's looking less like a desert, more like a forest. However, that might just mean that I need to go and pick some of these up to have more wood available to be able to use, because I am running pretty low. I think I was under 200. There's another donation in the museum right there. This could also be another potentially good reason, is getting the iridium quality. And these are some of the things you can use for the Omni Geodes. I could probably do that. I probably have plenty of those. Warp Totem Desert recipe could definitely come in handy. I do appreciate that you could trade winter seeds for summer, summer for fall. Like, you know, stuff of like, oh, I just finished this, I don't need it anymore. Like with Krobus, he has some stock that is fixed and some stock that changes depending on what day of the week it is. So just because you saw it right there does not mean it will necessarily be the same for you. Just toss these down here. And we'll see how things go. Answer, not great if that's already starting to happen. said, it would be nice to get a spicy eel from one of these guys, and also getting the count up for Monster Slayer. So let's say, these are not small groups of rocks that I'm blowing up here. I'd be very surprised if I didn't get at least some sort of way downward from that. Yeah, as I've mentioned here before, the focus in particular for getting the iridium is not checking each of these lower floors in terms of, oh yeah, I'm going to try and find... I need to be careful here. I'm just going to go ahead and eat this, just to get the extra energy and health back, which really it's just going to be the health at this point, because we have the infinite energy. But yeah, it's not about checking each individual floor to think like, oh yeah, I need to check every little spot to see if I can find some iridium. It is more about getting to lower floors quickly. And granted, what I'm doing is not a quick way by any stretch. It's not the slowest route, since I'm using bombs, but it's decently slow. Part of me is hoping they'll drop a spicy eel, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Yeah, I was about to say, the slimes are also not a terrible way, either, to make a staircase drop, these big purple ones. Because if they do give you the small ones, A, that's a decent chance for iridium from at least one of them. And B, obviously more enemies defeated means more opportunities for a staircase to drop. Next floor. Let's drink a coffee for this one, because I know there's going to be one at the end. We'll see how that does. Ah, one of you. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Those are on the Monster Slayer count, and they're kind of hard to get normally, but there is a way to find them a little bit more easily that we'll see later on. But I don't believe that's accessible for the time being. Really together here, we'll kind of just mine normally. That'll work. There's everyone with monsters and a purple mushroom, apparently. This would actually be a good time to staircase. So I'm not wasting time here. much luck here in terms of iridium. Yeah, oh no, we have a little bit. We have a piece. Thank you for the bomb. That was just an attempt for iridium there, nothing else. Come on, drop it. There you go. Oh, that was a lot of Omni Geodes just then. Hey, there we go. Well, there's a warp totem back, so that can let me stick around here a little bit longer. Though at the rate we're going, I might have to like hope that breaking open the Omni Geodes is the way to go here, because I'm not having much luck on just finding iridium normally. Granted, it's not like a high luck day or anything, it's just neutral, but still. Hey, here we go. I'm actually gonna eat a second one of those just in case. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna stick around fighting those things. Nope, I said I'm not gonna stick around fighting those things. Those two did not want to cooperate there. Guess I'll take this one. I kind of just had to take the penalty there. Secret note, mermaid show. Ah, yes, we've mentioned this before. 15423. So yes, here's your pattern, quote unquote. That's actually not the pattern I had, I don't think, which is weird, but okay. We do have 5 pieces, but more would always be preferable. I'm just gonna tank this one too. I don't have space for that, but I will gladly trade a tiny bit of not that helpful for a diamond. I hear an enemy, so I'm just gonna say nope to that. Alright. Bomb right there. No thank you on that. Yeah, watch your health now. Don't be doing something you can't fix. 3, that's good. I think that's a... Nope, that is a real one. It looked like it was out of place, so I thought for sure that was going to be one of the dud enemies. That's only worth a single coin, and the solar essence would be more handy. I don't think you need a ton of them for anything, but you do need a fair bit for some stuff, and also, more importantly, I don't have a lot of them. There we go, there's some iridium ore from that. 17, alright. We're doing better now. As to throw away, yeah, that can go. That can go. That can go. Good, we'll just skip that spiral. Still got plenty of time on this. I think we'll run out of time in-game before the eel itself will run out. So we should have the speed all the way to the end. Ah! I don't know if we've seen one of these or not. These are iridium bats. They do a lot of damage, so do not let them hit you. However, they will always drop iridium as well, at least one piece. So you can use them to your advantage. I'm not going to craft a ton of these because we don't have a lot of time left. Say I would be very surprised if that did not open a staircase, because we did not have a lot of spots left for it to be. Ooh, life elixir restores health to full. Those are always handy. Let's see here. Anything I could just, like, get rid of, throw away? That, I guess. Useful there. Alright, well. We've reached our limit. But 32, that's not horrible. That is going to be enough to make sure we have enough. Sorry, alarm was going off in the background. Make sure that we do have enough to upgrade the next iridium tool pretty soon here. So we'll drop those off along with everything else we're going to keep. I'll probably just sell the gemstones, honestly, so I probably shouldn't have put those up, but that's okay. Do the same with the frozen tears. Hang on to the stone, because we will still need it for a couple other things. The jades I do want to keep, because those are handy. I think also the rubies actually are. Maybe I will just keep the gemstones, and I just don't know what I'm talking about. The vertebra stuff I don't need. The bones I will need. That should be okay. Cave carrots can go in there. I'll take all but one of those because I'm going to go crush another geode. Oh, and go figure, that was also a geode that had this one in there. Well, would you look at that? Over here, coconuts, the mushrooms I want to keep. I'll keep the life elixir in there, I guess. That can also go. Crab cakes can go in here. I'll hang on to that item that we need to donate. And I will move this jade into storage, and I think that will be a video. So let's take a look and see how we're doing on profits for today. Probably not a lot, but we did pick up a lot of Omni Geodes. Yeah, most of that was just the usual routine stuff. But usual routine's giving us, you know, about a little over 2K each day. So good progress on that. But yes, with that, we are fully into the 20s now. Day 21 of winter. So, all of our gifting is reset, so we'll be able to do that a little bit more. We are over halfway, we're almost 2/3 of the way on Mastery Level 2. So I'll have to figure out what to pick up there. And yeah, I'll figure out where things go from here. For now, I'm going to go turn that alarm off, and I will see you all next one in Winter 21 of Stardew Valley here on Fantasy Farm. Take care, and see you guys then.